my life. I mean, everything I write is my life. I'm not writing some sort of hypothetical thesis on something. I'm writing a story that I have to get extremely emotionally involved in because it's going to take 2 or 3 years of my life to do it. So I can't just sort of say, well, this will be fun and knock it off in a week. I have to, this is like a marriage. This goes on, you have to be in love with this thing for at least 4 or 5 years and probably for the rest of your life. It's kind of duplicating the Luke Skywalker role, but you see the echo of where it all is going to go. And instead of destroying the Death Star, he destroys the ship that controls the robots. Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme. Mm-hmm. Every stanza kind of rhymes with the last one. Hopefully it'll work. Well, I would say in the end that this is set.
Yeah, we've got one little piece of wall. Yes. Oh,
yeah.
2 pieces of wall maybe. Yes.
And then this is you guys.
Okay, I want y'all to, I had to interject here. Notice how George begins to highlight everything that is CGI. He begins to highlight, especially Jar Jar, his beloved Binks. It's his path to the dark side, guys.
This is real. And this is real. Real, real. Not so real. Not so real. Not so real. Real. This is gonna be tricky. Not so real. Not so real. Real. Not so real. Dude, this stuff like great. I was feeling so good about my ability to do this, and I screwed it up. I know this is going to work. I know it's going to work because it's impossible. You know, we're pushing the envelope in a few places, but the biggest issue is volume. Yeah, it was just the amount of stuff.
Yes.
And of course, that's the part that creates the battle droids. Actually, look at this. This is the new Stormtrooper.
Oh,
this is our new Stormtrooper.
But in a way, he's the old model, replaced by Star Wars being the new Stormtrooper.
Yeah, because what you don't realize is that these guys really aren't very efficient. They, these things, you know, Jedi cut them down like they're butter, and they really are pretty useless.
Yeah, pretty useless with these old dangleweed here.
Yeah, so, no, that's his hand.
Oh, sorry. You know, these droids, they can't get the physiology right. There we go.
What happens in the end, and so they all join forces and everything, and the Gungas battle the droids in this huge kind of War and Peace battle. Like, literally War and Peace. I mean,
right.
It's huge, you know, 10,000 troops on either side.
Both sides coming at each other.
Coming at each other.
That's great.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be.
The way I work is, the first thing I'll do is I'll go and I'll shoot a wide shot. I'll just set the camera up in the corner. You know, I'm not going to relentlessly go down and lay out the storyboards or everything exactly what's going to happen, because I want to, on the day when I see that wide shot play itself out in the set.
I take it you say action after we roll camera?
I'll say action.
You don't.
Sometimes I forget.
People forget.
If I forget to say action or cut, just step in and say action and cut. I manage action and cut and faster and more intense. And then mostly I sit there looking miserable and quiet. The most difficult part is to not go too far, just go strange enough.
Yeah.
It's the biggest trap people fall into in these kinds of movies, is they go too far.
Yeah.
How about that much?
That's fine. Well, don't get any more though, Katie.
Will it just be braided at the top part?
I sort of think it's better if it's braided all the way down. In essence, it's a symbol of a learner. It's got to have, you know, when we wrap the bottom of it, if we do wrap it, we could wrap it actually in little colored threads. There's got to be some significance in maybe that wrapping of how many years where you are in the training process.
Yeah.
This is about Darth Vader when he's a young boy. Yeah, this is when he's a good boy. And then what happens to him? He joins the film business.
This is it.
This is it, the beginning. I can't believe it.
And after this meeting, I'll finish writing the script.
I'll start with me. I'm Rick. I'm the producer.
Hi, Rick.
I'm George. I'm responsible for all this.
I'm Natalie, and I'm playing Amidala.
I'm Pranilla. I'm playing Shmi or Shmai. Have we decided?
I'm Jake, and I'm playing Anakin Skywalker. Mom, I'm home.
Yes, of course.
Oh my, Annie, what's this?
These are all my friends, Mom.
This is Jar Jar Binks.
And our droid R2-D2.
An extremely well put together little droid. Without a doubt, it saved the ship as well as our lives.
Master Yoda said I should be mindful of the future.
But not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, my young Padawan.
Yes, my master.
These junk dealers must have a weakness of some kind.
Gambling. Everything here revolves around betting on those awful races.
Promise me you'll train the boy. He is the chosen one.
Yes, master.
Always two there are. No more, no less. A master and an apprentice.
But which one was destroyed? The master or the apprentice?
Your Majesty, there is little chance the Senate will act on the invasion.
Chancellor Valorum seems to think there is hope.
If I may say so, Your Majesty, the Chancellor has little real power. He has been mired by baseless accusations of corruption.
Okay, cut.
That's a wrap, thanks very much. First shot tomorrow looks towards the desk area, so props would actually appreciate if you had to dress the table tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were terrific. Open the doors a minute, please.
I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
Night, guys. Thanks very much.
Right. We're going to leave the Pinocchio until the end of the day. And, you know, I'm hoping I can really cut through this scene. She's great. Natalie
great.
is fantastic.
And
I mean,
Ian.
she just, it all came together. She was perfect, you know. I only had to do 2 takes. She really had it down. She was great. Just great.
And Ian, I
I'm
thought
very
was
excited.
lovely.
Well, Ian's always great. I mean, he's reliable. But I had no idea what was going to happen with her.
Oh, what are you doing there?
Can you talk without moving your mouth too much? Just so you keep the jaw closed. Try it now.
We are increasing security on all Naboo detention camps.
Fine, try that. Looks okay to me.
There's going to be an enormous return. I think an enormous amount of people going back, because it's not like you see the film and you know the plot.
Yeah, there's no way to know what's going to happen. You know, we're never going to beat Titanic. Nobody can. I don't think that's...
Can you explain that?
Nobody can. It's one of those things. It just happens. It's like what Star Wars did when it first did it. It defies reality. You just never know on these things. I did More American Graffiti. It made 10 cents.
Really?
Just failed miserably.
Really?
You can do it. You can destroy these things, you know. It is possible. We've got a little bit of work to do ahead of us.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody here? Yeah. Everybody awake? All right. Let's do it.
All right.
It's a little disjointed.
Seems like a lot of short scenes.
It's bold in terms of jerking people around, but I may have gone too far in a few places.
In a space of about 90 seconds, you know, you go from lamenting the death of, you know, a hero to escape, to slightly comedic with Jar Jar, you know, to Anakin returning with his little kind of tag. It's a lot, and you know, it's a very short time.
Boggles the mind. I mean, I've thought about this quite a bit, and the tricky part is you almost can't take any of those pieces out of there now, because each one kind of takes you to the next place, and you can't jump because you don't know where you are.
You think about the very first Star Wars, sitting in there.
Yeah.
No, I know.
And it starts open, and you don't know what the hell.
I do a particular kind of movie, of which this is consistent, but it is a very hard movie to follow, and at the same time, I have done it a little more extremely than I've ever done in the past. It's stylistically designed to be that way, and you can't undo that, but we can diminish the effects of it. We can slow it down a little bit so that if it's intense for us,
Yeah, we don't know what.
You know, a regular person's going to go nuts. We'll start cracking again tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.
The most difficult part is to not go too far, just go strange enough.
Yeah.
That's the biggest trap people fall into in these kinds of movies, is they go too far.
Yeah.
I may have gone too far in a few places.